It is interesting because the media role has been always to inform, to strengthen democracy, to question the powerful. It is ironic to see how sometimes the media sided with the powerful, sided with the government into sharing this sort of rhetoric about Muslim, about their violence, about their, oppression of their women, because it is very important, I mean, to also to emphasize on how this sort of Islamophobia takes place, right? I mean, when it comes to men, and we are talking here about media, and I mentioned about Edward Said's work, for example, Hollywood played a very, very important role in demonizing and making the Muslim man, Arab, very violent. Nuzhat, you mentioned Saddam Hussein. If you look at this scary picture of, some sort of bushy eyebrows and, a big beard, these are characters that were very well portrayed in media, in Aladdin, for example, with Jafar, the evil, really, character. And of course, I mean, there are many, many books that explore this in an academic way, in a very detailed way, to see how the male character, the Muslim, and I sometimes I mention Arab, but also in Muslim in general, but also Arab in particular, has been portrayed by the media. I mean, very recently I was listening to one of these actors, new actor, and he is Muslim, and he said, like, he refused to play the role of terrorist because this is what it has been giving to him all the time. So now if we look at, for example, at the portrayal of Muslim women, right, it is not anyhow different or better because they are framed into this box of submissive, oppressive, but also sexualized, hidden, erotic. And this is bring us again to these very old roots of Islamophobia with the Orientalist painter. Go to Paris and you will see many famous paints by Eugène Delacroix, having all these women in Algiers, and these women, they are, in their harem. And this is, nobody entered the harem, but this is just a lot of imagination of these men who would love to go and enter and see how these women are living. Later on, I mean, there are studies that prove that some of these women are not even real. I mean, they were sometimes, sex worker, or some women that would never really represent the reality, but they will do it there because of the money. So anyway, it is, I spoke about, the oppression, the submissive, the sexualization. Today, I mean, we can see how Islamophobia also in the media plays very, very well. The fact that some of the, I mean, I'll give you a very simple example. Very recently here in Ottawa, where I live, there is, at the back to school, there was a young Syrian boy, refugee actually, who came into town and he started school, and he was attacked by people in the school, and everybody tried to hide, from the police, from the school administration. They tried to make it as, a robbery or as a sort of a bullying. But those boy kept telling, while hitting the little, like the 15-year-old boy, his attacker kept asking him, "Are you an Arab? Are you a Muslim?" Mm-hmm. And under a lot of pressure, so basically, and where is the role of the media? It's only afterwards that the media came. And so I think, the media, unfortunately, falls into those same stereotypes about men, about women, not explaining as much, not exposing the Islamophobia mm-hmm. as it should be to the readers, to the listeners, and to the general population.